Hey guys, Marsha Rose here. If you do not know me, I am the Trucker's Accountant, and I help you to take your business to the next level by increasing your financial processes, paying the least amount of money in taxes, and of course, making sure that you have all the money needs taken care of. So today I'm going to be talking to you about what are the 7 documentations that you will need the 7 documents that you're going to need to give to your professional, your tax professional, or your accountant, or if you are a company and you're gathering your documentation to outsource it to your accounting firm, what documents you're going to need to take to that to your accountant to give them. So it's 7 documents, but before we hop into the documentation, go ahead and type in the chat box where you're checking in from. You guys know I am from Douglasville, suburb right outside of Atlanta. Welcome. If you know of someone who, they didn't quite know what documentation they're going to need to pull to give to their accountant or their tax professional to get their taxes done, for S Corps, go ahead and share this out with them. So if you are an S Corp, we're going over what the 7 documentations that you will need to give to your people, to your accountant. So let me put it on the screen here. We got our 7 documentation. The first documentation that you're going to need to give to your accountant, your tax professional, is going to be your profit and loss statement. Your profit and loss statement shows what's coming in the business, what's going out in the business. It allows everyone to see your accounting, to see what's going on. The second documentation that you're going to need a balance sheet. Your balance sheet is going to let us know your liabilities. It's going to let us know all of your assets. It's going to let us know who loans you got out. It gives us a full picture of what's going on in your business. So make sure you have your balance sheet. Next, you need to have your last year return. If you are filing with your previous accountant, then you may not need your last year return because they have that information. But if you are going to a new accountant, they're going to need your last year information, your last year tax return. And this is very important because any accountant or tax professional should be reviewing your S corporation tax in order to move everything forward, because you do not want something to be overlooked from the previous year, because some of us have losses or credits that might roll over to the next year. So you want to make sure that you have your last year tax return. If you're just now filing your S corporation tax, or you're just being recognized as an S corp, you want to make sure that you have that letter, and the letter is a 2553 letter, just solidifying and letting us know as your professional that the IRS has accepted this. I've run into businesses where you say you are an S corp, or you've been an S corp for years, and then we call the IRS and they're saying, no, that is not the case. They have you categorized as this. So make sure you have your last year tax return. And if you're just starting off, if you're just switching to an S corp, make sure you have that 2553 confirmed with date. The next thing is your partner's information. So each one of your partners, make sure you have all of their information gathered. When you're ready, all of the distributions that you made to your partner. So if if within this year you guys decided that we will pay out our partners strategically, it makes more sense for us to pay our partners out per quarter. What did you pay your partners out? Gather that distribution so we know. Your 1099 reportings is the next one. Your 1099 is I want you guys to know that you have your contractors, which is also, it's a new form known as your NEC. Those are your contractors. You need to gather all of those contractors. So if you have 10 contractors, you need to have that report that says, hey, I pay each one of my contractors this amount. If you have, and with your payroll company will offer you all of these things. So you'll just have to print that report. The next thing that you need to have is your payroll reporting. That's totally different from your 1099 report. Your 1099 is saying, hey, I had contractors, and this is what I pay my contractors. Your payroll is, hey, I had W-2 employees. This is what I paid out to Social Security, Medicaid, Social Security, That's what I paid out in W-2 in taxes for that particular employee. So there is a difference between the two. Make sure you're getting both of those reports done. And last but certainly not least, the report that you also want to do is you want to get a report that gathers all of your assets. Okay, so if you're having 25 trucks, 30 trucks, gather all of those assets. Put the trucks down, put the trailers down. You also want to be putting down your computers if that computer is long-term and did not get used as an expense already and a depreciation already, but make sure you have that list down so that you will know what's going on. If you are getting your accounting done with an accounting company, that a lot of those assets, they should all be listed on your balance sheet. If they are not listed on your balance sheet, that is when we all need to keep a list of our assets. So make sure you're keeping a list of all of your assets. Okay, so if you're just joining me, we're talking about the 7 documentations, the 7 documents that you need to prepare to file for your S corporation tax. The S corp tax deadline is March 15th, right around the corner. We do not want to wait to the last minute. You guys got less than 2 weeks. Honestly, with my clients, we're like down to the wire, and if we haven't talked about it, you are already full-fledged into an extension, if it makes sense, because we need to make sure that we are doing everything in a timely fashion. So the first thing, I'm going to go back over them really quick. You have your P&L, which is your profit and loss. It tells us what's going in and what's coming out. You have your balance sheet. This is going to give us an overall view of what are your assets, what are your liabilities, how many loans do you have taken out, and what equity do you have in the account. Give us a full view of everything going on. Then we have your last year tax return. Make sure you turn in your last year tax return unless you are rolling over from another year and that particular accountant knows your business already. If you are going to someone new, they will need to have your last year tax return because you do not want to miss out on vital deductions. Partner information. And this is your, I think I'm on number 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 4 is your partner information. Gather all of your partner information. You're going to need social security numbers. You're going to need first name, last name, address of all of the partners. Number 5 is your distribution. How much did you pay out to your partners? If you decided to pay your partners on a monthly basis, okay. If you decided to pay your partners on a quarterly basis, make sure you have those distributions taken care of. 1099 reportings. Any contractor that has worked with you that has made over $600 is required to have a 1099 according to the IRS. So make sure you are giving all of that to your accountant. Next is your payroll reporting. I want you guys, there's a difference. The difference is if it's a 1099, it's a contractor and it's an NEC. If it is a payroll reporting, it is a W-2, which means that you are helping paying taxes for your employee. And last but certainly not least is my number 7, and that is your assets. Make sure you are listing all of your assets. So I have a couple of people on. Let me know if you have already filed your tax return in the chat box. Give me a 1 if you've already filed, and then I have another question for you after that, but let me know if you file your tax returns already. Okay, I have one person that says they did file their taxes. They have everything. Okay, so I have 2 or 3 people who have done it. I want to say big ups to you. And then my next question is, did you have all of those documents, or was there a back and forth with you and your accountant? Let's see. And if you guys have any questions pertaining to S corporation taxes, this is the time to ask. I have some time to answer about 1 or 2 questions. So go ahead and put the questions that you have in the chat box. Thank you for joining me. Okay, so the answer to I have some people that said they went to their tax professional and then they had to keep going back. One person said that they had to keep going back and forth. So the reason that you're going to have to keep going back and forth is because you don't have your documents together and you're not sure what documents to bring. That's why we're talking about what documents you need to give to your professional to get your S corporation taxes done. Really quick, it's 7 of them: balance sheet, profit and loss statement, last year tax return, your partner's income, your partner's information, your partner's distribution, your 1099 reporting, and your payroll reports, and your fixed assets. All of those things need to be given to your professional. So if you do not have those things already taken care of, start to get them together. Okay, I missed 1 through 5. I do have an S corp. Okay, so I'll go back over them. 1 is your profit and loss statement. 2 is your balance sheet. 3 is your last year tax return, unless you've done your return with that person already before. And then 4 is your partner's information. 5 is your distributions made to your partner. 6, I got 8 of them. I thought I had 7. Okay, so 6 is your 1099 reporting. Anyone that you paid over $600 to, you need to have documentation on them. And then your payroll reporting. That's different from your 1099 reporting. Payroll is W-2, 1099, contractor, employee, contractor, 2 different things. And then your fixed assets. If you have 10 trucks, 2 trailers, we need to know that you got 10 trucks, 2 trailers. If you have 25 trucks, 1 trailer, we need to know that. If you have 20 trucks, 20 trailers, we need to know what those assets are so that we can get them added into your return. And of course, always be paying the least amount of money in taxes. So I'm going to check to see if I have any questions. I hope I was able to answer the interstate killer. I hope you were able to get that question answered. Any more questions about S Corp taxes? Helping out, just so you guys, I'm doing my accountants solid. They're gonna come and you're gonna make sure that they have everything together. Is there anything on the list that you didn't know that you needed to turn in? I have typically what my clients miss, and they kind of overlook it, is that they are not necessarily doing the distributions to their partners. It's not the first thing that they want to give. So that's kind of one of my struggles. And then the fixed assets. Everyone assumes if you've been with a company for a while, you don't need to get all of your fixed assets, but that's not true. You want to have all of your fixed assets documented in your office. The reason that you want to have all of your fixed assets documented in your company is because you're a tax professional. They might not list all of them. So for you and your organization, keep your list of fixed assets. That's actually something that I implement when I'm going through my improving the financial processes in companies that I'm working with. We go over the fixed assets and who got them, when did they buy them, and making sure that they're all on the tax return and accounted for. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and hop off. If you do not know me, of course, I am the Trucker's Accountant, and I help million-dollar transportation companies improve their financial processes so that you guys can make better buying decisions, help you to analyze your analytics and your matrix so that you can really know the bottom and improve your top and bottom line. All right, if we're not friends, we need to be friends. If you know somebody that needs help, you need to let them know to come be my friend. Hit the notification button so that you guys will know when I am coming on. I'm always here on Thursdays giving you the value. Let me know if there's anything or a topic that you want to talk about. We are going to be going into those financial reports, what reports you need to run, what those reports should look like, and what time frame you want to be running those reports on coming up next week. So, all right, I'll see you guys later.